Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest rally trapping video. In today's video, I'll be taking a bunch of rallies on my Mini Titan account. This is the mini lead slash rally trap. The first one's going to be from a 600 artifact star Titan, I would say. Probably around 1500% attack if I was to guess. I'm also going to be maybe taking a full counter here in non-wedge. So I have taken full counters on this account from a max account in range wedge, and I really don't take very much damage, so I was kind of interested to see how much I would take in, let's say, an infantry foul formation, just for multi-rally purposes. So again, I'm kind of purposely getting full counter. I'm pretty sure he's setting infantry or cav, and I'll be sitting in infantry here. It was a cav blast, so I will be taking quite a bit of damage from that. Let's take a look and see. So it was 5.2 mil. So compared to what I took against another max account when I was range wedge, I'm taking about 2 million more damage from a full counter of this case. Again, it was 1.4 million tier 5, so it was a lot. But it's still quite a bit more damage than you would take in, let's say, range wedge. The only issue with range wedge is if they send mix, it's a very bad formation to take mix in, so I'm looking for kind of the best formation to kind of sit in. Maybe I should have tried infantry wedge instead of infantry foul for this, because that might have did better, but I was just kind of testing it out here. You can see how good his Cab Blast is. Obviously, he has 11k heroes because his literal lead is 11k hero. He's got double 11k heroes. Again, it's a really good account, obviously, and that's kind of why I wanted to test it out to see how it would do. 5.2 is a little bit more damage than I kind of want to take from a counter, so infantry foul probably isn't the best. Yeah, and they kind of knew it was me, so I was kind of letting them counter me a little bit here because I kind of saw what they were sending because they didn't really hide the march speeds amazingly well. So I kind of knew it was either range or cav going in there, and a couple of them were quite fast, so I was assuming cav. That's kind of why I threw the war gear on and was just like, yeah, let's just go for it and see how much damage I take. But yeah, it was a little bit more, and I was thinking maybe infantry wedge would be a little bit better for that. Obviously, range wedge takes the least amount from a counter, but again, it's just not good for mix, so it's not a great formation to sit in if you're taking a multi-rally with a bunch of max accounts, because there's a good chance they might walk back from you. So, and you might just take extra damage from those mixed attacks. Anyways, moving on to the next one. This is going to be against RN Acura, and another really strong account. I believe they do have an 11k hero. I'm not sure if 11k hero is their lead at this point. But in this situation here, I'm just basically checking march speeds and stuff like that. So if you're ever trapping, make sure you're always checking what march speeds are coming in, checking if they have speed up gear and stuff like that. There's a good indication if they're either sending infantry or not, because most people try to hide march speeds with tier 4 inf, but tier 4 inf is way slower than tier 5, so you know it's not an infantry blast. You either know it's range or cav at that point, so. Anyways, going to be throwing the pack 5s on my wall. I am not planning to swap my gear for this rally at all. I'm just going to plan to counter it. Again, I don't think they think I'm online, so they're probably not going to carpet. It is going to be a cav, or not a cav, an infantry rally. Again, someone said cav, and it really messes me up. So sometimes you look at that, it does kind of mess up what you're looking at, but it's fine. Anyways, going to swap my pack 5s off my wall quickly to see, hopefully they don't get my scout with those on there, because, again, I'm not trying to show those. You can see it did about 1.4 mil, so you know the rally lead's pretty strong at that point if they're doing that much damage to this account. Again, I'm not sitting in war gear or anything like that, but yeah. And obviously they know I'm online because that was obviously not damage from a full counter, so I'm not expecting a follow-up rally. Also, I don't have an anti on, so there is a good chance that they kind of know what's going on as well, because they can see they didn't hit the thing they thought they would be hitting. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious when you scout the person after that, and you're like, oh, he's not in the same formation he was before, so they know I'm online, so. Again, I just don't want them to see the pack 5s just because I'm trying to hide those, but I think one of them got the scout off with my pack 5s on there. So my guild was wondering how they knew I was online, but it's kind of obvious. If they test you in range and they go and rally you and they don't hit range, it's obvious you have swapped your formation. So anyways, let's go take a look at the report, see what happened here. These are just some of the test marches on here. The actual march is in my saved here. Let's take a look. It was an infantry blast with someone sent cav though. Again, I'm not sure if they purposely sent cav or that was a mistake. It could be purposely just to get some extra fodder in there, but everyone else sent infantry there, so I don't know what was going on. Maybe it was to mess me up with the march speed, but then he decided to shield it with tier 5 imp, so it didn't really, I don't know why. Yeah, by the way, if you're ever sending like a cav rally, send tier 5 imp with the cav, because it's better than tier 4. It does hide it so much better, which they would have done a good job there since they sent that, but unfortunately it didn't do anything. So again, the guy was pretty strong there. You can see 11k heroes. Another strong lead here is LG Toxic Rar, has an 11k hero as the lead, so you know they're a strong account, obviously plus the castle stars and artifact stars and all that. It's a good indication they are quite strong, so if you are a weaker trap, you might want to use your gear for them. For me, I'm not going to, because unless they're like a max account, I don't really need my gear. Technically, I don't really need my gear even if they're not a maxed account, but that's, you'll see some of those videos coming up. I capped a 2-piece Emperor in my food gear, so on this account though, I wouldn't try that with my other rally trap. This account just has really good base stats. So again, this guy does have a what's it called, a timer on his rally, so it is making it a little bit harder here because I do want to throw my pack 5s on my wall for this rally just because he's quite strong, but I also don't want him to scout them and see that, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes, because obviously if I put my pack 5s on my wall and they scout me, they know I'm online because I've swapped them. So I know this one is an infantry blast just because of the march speeds, or they're really good at hiding their march speeds, which most guilds usually aren't that good. And I can usually tell the difference between tier 5 and tier 4 infantry, so unless it's a full tier 4 infantry rally, I should be okay. Even if it is a full tier 4 infantry rally, I don't even mind getting countered by that because it's all tier 4, but that's another point. They're not all sending that, so let's take a look and see what's coming in. But obviously, I know it's tier 5. I was sitting in range. It looks like tier 5 infantry marches, so it should be infantry. And in this situation, it is. So there was not a full rally there, though. I noticed that. Well, I didn't notice it at the time, but I did notice it after. But let's take a look and see how much damage they actually did. Going to try and swap my pack 5s off my wall, but since they had the timer on there, I was not ready to swap my familiars, so unfortunately they would get the scout with the pack 5s on there, so I'm kind of stuck with that. I did cap his leader. He does have quite good gear. You see it did 3.1, but that's pretty much because they didn't fill the rally. They didn't really noodle it that badly, but yeah, so I saw that report and I was like, oh, he must have noodled it really bad. But it wasn't that bad because, again, they did 1.1 mil, so yeah. But they didn't send a full rally, it looks like. That's probably why. 2 million. Again, they probably thought I was offline and all that, and thought I was in range and they could burn me pretty easily because this guy's pretty strong, but they sent 100k tier 2. It was the leader. The leader sent tier 2. It's like, you're not even sending a full rally and then you're sending tier 2 with your rally, like, they must have really thought I was offline or something, because, yeah, that's not sending a full rally first off, and then sending tier 2 with your rally. That's just asking to basically noodle and get capped. Even if he full countered me, probably wouldn't have done too much damage because it wasn't a full rally. And if I took that in range wedge, actually, if I had noticed that wasn't a full rally, I might have wanted to take that in range wedge. There was quite a bit of tier 5 for how small the rally is. They still sent a million tier 5, but they sent only 800k tier 4, and there was 100k tier 2 in there. So maybe I should have taken that full counter looking back at it. Anyway, so we ended up actually rallying the rally lead after that. But I was actually going to go rally the rally lead as well. So what was happening here was Ninja was rallying him, and I was actually going to go port over there and set the rally right after Ninja's hit, because I think there was enough time because he was in Fury. So I decided actually to pop the size boost and actually try to get close enough to set the rally. Again, you got to be within like 400 miles or something like that to set a rally. So I'm just going to port to the Wonder here because I know you can set a rally from here. And I'm going to help actually carpet this one in as well. So just going to dump a bunch of 25s here. So we got that in pretty quickly. Obviously, it doesn't let you use it after a certain time. So boom, but he actually poured it away right away. I was like, dang it, I wanted to set the rally on him after that. Unfortunately, yeah, he ported like right as the rally hit him, so I couldn't actually get the rally set. So that kind of sucks. Again, this guy obviously didn't have very many troops. He is kind of a max research kind of account, so we knew he didn't have a lot of troops once he got capped because he's only 1.6 bill, and his base might's probably around 1.4, depending on his quest might. So that's kind of what happened. I was asking what was left because I didn't join the rally. I was still baiting offline, but when they hadn't reset and all that, they ran away. I decided to go in there. As you can see, what he actually had. Again, he was pretty much all tier 5 and all tier 2. There's no tier 4 in his thing. That could be why I don't know what was going on there. Maybe he sent the last of his tier 4 at me or something like that. But anyways, that's the end of the video today. If you have any questions on rally trapping, let me know. I will have a account giveaway coming out on Monday. So if you want to join that account giveaway, make sure you're subscribed so you get all my notifications. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.